What's going on, brothers? It's time to tell you that I am. Got a video for you. It's written title, Self-inflicted, part 32. Here goes. Shout out to Brother AC and shout out to Brother RPM for the most recent videos. One in regards to the financial suffering of these trollops. And AC's video in regards to these domestic reptiles, these hoochies, who keep calling blue-collar men broke. Because it's obvious that for men, it's not about the money, it's about the titles, which means they got the game all fucked up. And this is one of the reasons why most of the trollops here in the West are in financial ruin. Because it's their fault. They're financially illiterate, they have the foresight of a cockroach, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. As you can see, it is a lovely Sabbath day afternoon. The temperature has increased and the days have grown longer, which means spring is here. It's an early spring, brothers. Be happy. I know I am. So check this out. You know how when these ditch pigs and these walking trash cans jump on TikTok and complain that there aren't any good men for them to bleed dry, there are no pit wallets, and when they say that they are broke, they don't really blame themselves. They try to throw that shit back on men. Well, you can add this video and what I'm about to tell you to the war chest and use this against them. You brothers heard of the term shop therapy? Well, it goes back to the 80s. Back in the 80s, it was called retail therapy. It was called retail therapy. And back then, it started at it was the Chicago Tribune, where they had basically took a critical look at the consumerism that was going on Christmas Eve. And one female journalist by the name of Mary T. Schmitch took note of it and called it retail therapy, but today we call it shop therapy. And back then, you guessed it, the majority of those who were spinning themselves into financial ruin were women. And guess what? Today is no different. They still spin themselves into financial ruin. Except today they do it with the money they got from child support, alimony, and they would very much prefer to spend your money, not their own. Or hence they're saying, my money is my money and his money is our money. And that right there is just more proof that they're parasiting off of us. That's what they're doing. They're parasiting off of us. And when they go into financial ruin, they can't blame the patriarchy, they can't blame the whole of men. They spin themselves into financial ruin on purpose, but they won't scapegoat men for it. And they can't. The majority of the consumer debt in the West is shouldered by women. The student loan debt and credit card debt is shouldered by women because shop therapy never went away. They kept spinning themselves into financial ruin. Those are their concepts. Shop therapy and starter husbands, which came up in the 90s by one Deborah Skupek. They use those concepts and they spin themselves into financial ruin. And make no mistake, the student debt, that's part of it, because a lot of the money they spend on school and for college, they spend it frivolously. So they can't throw that on us. They can't do that. So their calamity was 100% self-inflicted. You hear what I said? Their calamity was 100% self-inflicted. And that goes double for these domestic reptiles and these hoochies who have a problem with brothers who work blue collar, and we'll call brothers who work IT lame ninjas. I swear, these domestic reptiles, these hoochies just don't get it. They don't get it. So, according to one of these domestic reptiles, Brother AC already covered this. If you haven't seen the video, I'm going to put the video in the comment section. Get that video if you haven't seen it and add it to the war chest. So, according to these hoochies and these domestic reptiles, if you are an electrician or an electrical engineer, you're just some ninja who plays with lights all day. That's what you are, according to these domestic reptiles, these hoochies. You're just some ninja that plays with lights. Never mind the fact that here in the Carolinas, if you are an electrical engineer, you can make anywhere from $75,000 to $130,000 a year. Easy, with no student loan debt, no credit card debt. But these domestic reptiles, these hoochies, are basically financially illiterate. They're financially illiterate, and that's why they're the face of evictions, the face of crime, the face of STDs, and the face of child abuse. And they're not going to accept any accountability for this. They're just going to keep scapegoating men for their bad behavior. And that's why they stay losing. That's why they stay losing. You see, if you are in a bad situation, you should basically put all of the energy that you can muster into getting out of that situation. Not begging people for money, not scapegoating men, and not trying to blame anybody else for your fuck-ups. I've heard it all. I've heard these hoochies blame Donald Trump for being obese, for themselves being obese. I've heard them blame racism for them being in poverty, even though they are the ones who spent themselves into poverty. I've heard them literally blame blue-collar brothers for not building, for them being broke. I'm like, no. Blue-collar brothers are still building to this very day. Y'all don't want them because even if he clears 50 grand or is in the big five or makes six figures, y'all still don't want him because it's about titles. If you are a seasoned veteran truck driver like myself, you clear 50,000 and then basically in the big five, and you're like baby steps from clearing six figures, they don't want you. If you are a licensed welder and a crane operator, you're certified, they don't want you. If you are a software engineer, they don't want you. And according to the hoochie in that video, she's attracted to lawyers and doctors, but she even said in the video that she has never dated a lawyer and a doctor. That one takes care of itself. I'm telling you, man, these trollops and these hoochies are soft in the head. They're empty upstairs. They're SBC, stupid by choice. And now you got proof. Their financial ruin, their calamity was 1,000% self-inflicted. They can't put that on men anymore. They can't do it because they did it to themselves. Add this video to the war chest, and you brothers over at SWASBM, catalog that video that AC put out in regards to that trollop talking shit about brothers who are electricians and electrical engineers. Add that video to the war chest. So when you go foreign, and one of those women over there asks that question, and they're curious, show them that video. Show them that video, and then you show them the video of that Sherman Clump impersonator with the horsehair promoting robbery. That's right, show them those videos. And let them know that the reason why these trollops today are in the bad situation that they're in is because of the ruinous choices that they've made. 1000% self-inflicted. Take heed, brothers. Take heed. Oh, and happy Sabbath. This is L.O.M. Mgtow. That's all I got for you. Like the baddest in the commentary, free subscribe. If you want to donate, visit my channel, you find tip jar on the upper right hand side of the screen, and my Cash App on my link on my channel. Alright, brothers. Alright, fam. You know the drill. You know routine. Go away the way. SYSPM. That's for these ditch pigs. That's for these hoochies. That's for these financially illiterate trollops who are obsessed with titles more than they're obsessed with money. Give them nothing. This has been Mgtow PSC. More to come, brothers. Sit tight. See you soon.